everybody, welcome to the arcade. I am PJ Weston.
And I'm Kevin Harrington.
And we are playing Streets of Rage 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, for the second time, because I had an audio mishap that rendered everything else useless. So, we're going again. Going into character select.
I'm gonna go with my favorite character,
Skate. Yeah.
The
Skate's great.
Skate, the 12-year-old, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Rollerblading black kid from the mean streets of, I don't know, Orange County? Well,
yeah.
Actually, Orange County's pretty rough, so maybe not. He looks like he's from, we'll call him, probably Newton. West Newton. He looks like,
I just realized how awkwardly he's standing, too. His legs and
he might have rickets.
Torso. Yeah, like
that's probably why he's on rollerblades. We've been making fun of it having the as David Cross has been keen to point out, rollerblades in this era were a sign of status and maybe a certain affectation.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think that maybe he has these rollerblades as like a mobility issue, like a physical mobility. I mean, he looks like he's got rickets.
He certainly looks like he's just turned around and is about to punch somebody all the time.
All the time.
Just like,
all the time. He's like, stop, stop body shaming me.
I'm gonna go with Blaze, one of the pioneers of jiggle physics.
Yes, totally. This is totally the Manhattan Project when they figured out, we figured out the formula for making tits more erotic for video games. Man. This is the predecessor. Everybody thought it was Tomb Raider. It was actually Streets of Rage 2 that had boob physics. They just made theirs more 3D. They were like cones. They were just like triangular.
You know
cones.
the story behind that?
No.
The programmer who was working on Lara Croft was just like, I'm gonna set the chess part up to maximum and see what happens. And then some other programmers were like, that's good. Yeah, that's a good move.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
And then $30 gajillion later, go figure out horny, lonesome dudes love just making a beautiful woman walk around in circles or walk into a wall for an hour.
All right, well, let's get this started.
Yeah.
We are, I think you got press start.
Oh, okay.
Or A or B or something.
Should we do the character rundown of who everybody is?
Let me see. Yeah, we've got Axel, the main character, and generic white blonde man.
Hero, because you know he is white, blonde, and blue-eyed, I assume.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 80s.
We've got Max, who is, I think we decided that he was a luchador.
Yeah, he's like a fearless luchador.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're scared if you have the Max, but he's like a luchador that's like, you will know I am the Max.
Yeah.
I am the Max. He is like a roided up luchador.
And then we got Blaze, who is possibly a prostitute or something. Like,
dress, a certain look. Certain look. I'm not saying, but there was a look in certain movies of like RoboCop and Police Academy. You saw a person walk like this, and there would be the white guy with the spikes, and you'd be like, oh, he's a drug dealer. Or he's the punk rock guy that's also a drug dealer, and she would be a lady of the evening,
like in RoboCop 2, the attic chick.
The attic that the two guys are trying to rough up or take advantage of, and then Murphy heroically shoots them through her skirt into their penises.
No, I was thinking of I forget his name, but the nuke dealer's girlfriend.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Who was also was she the cop in? Demonic Toys. We can look her up. I think she was in Demonic Toys. Ken Reed would know her name. Yeah. She was in Babylon. She was in everything. Babylon 5. She's badass. I think that is her, the nuke dealer's girlfriend. Yeah. Good call. She totally looks like her.
All right, well, let's get this started.
Don't do nuke kids.
No. I mean, maybe. Who
or
knows?
Maybe
Great.
Jesus. I mean, if that gives you rollerblade skills.
No one ever said that anyone OD'd on nuke.
That's true. Nuke might have been one of those designer drugs that we were hoping for decades.
Yeah.
That literally, the only downside was that it was super expensive. So I guess it still has the negativity of Coke that will force you into a life of crime or a high-paid, lucrative job so you can afford the nuke habit. There didn't seem to be any downside to nuke.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get going. Start or something? I think it's start. Yeah. Okay. We are Stage 1, we are on the mean streets. 2 things to know about this game. Friendly fire is a thing, and it's one of those games where your special takes away health. Very important to know.
Which I guess they decided instead of having hit points and stamina, let's just roll it all into one. I mean, I guess it makes sense if I was jumping around like Max suplexing people through 3 feet of concrete, I would get tired and fatigued.
Yeah. And, you know, it's also kind of like, for a beat-em-up, you don't want to have a meter that you want to have to keep running up.
Yeah. That's irritating. I want to stomp nuke dealers now. These guys we're pummeling right now look like that generic... They look like either the punk guy in Return of the Living Dead that gets his head eaten when he's pulled through the door, or pulled through the window, or like generic nuke dealer from RoboCop 2. Oh! I didn't know I could headbutt.
Yeah, that's your grab. If you just walk into guys the right way, you grab.
You know, kind of a sad thing about Skate being Mr. Rollerblade he's got super Michael Jordan jump ability. His jump, here, I'll just demonstrate for everybody. Oh, after I do that. Look at this. Yeah. Look at the physics, you know.
Well, yeah, they actually do have stats. If you were
that's right. He had a 3 for his jump.
And but he's also got like a glass jaw.
He totally does. As do most 12-year-olds when they're punched by
by adult men.
By adult men that have been juicing. And I'm not talking about, like mango. I'm talking, roids.
Yeah. Oh.
He, what was I going to say about this guy? I don't know. I got distracted by...
Skate
and his knives.
Yeah. There's like
have we seen the guys that come shuffle step towards us with the dagger? That like they're...
we're coming up to them. I love those guys. I think he's on the next screen.
Yeah. It's like, do you mind if I stab you?
Pipe.
That guy...
Pipe is like the best weapon.
Can you throw the knives?
Yeah. I think you use the jump button to throw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you need some help?
A little, I guess.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
There he is! Do you mind if I...
Here he come! Here he come!
That guy has never seen a knife in his life or, ever had dinner. He holds it in front of him where it could do the most damage to him if he fucks up, and then just kind of scoots towards you, not runs, but just kind of shuffles, I brought you this knife for, I hope to murder rape you. Whoa. Nuke dealers have some moves.
Yeah, I like that these guys are all Y signal, X signal. I have no idea what that means. I think they're supposed to be cyberpunk or something.
Oh, okay.
But they just kind of don't fit the aesthetic of things.
Yeah, cyberpunk has perpetually been ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And that's why they're so miserable. Oh!
Yeah,
made fun of the knife guy, and they got their big brother, Jack. Ooh, Jack just jacked me up.
There's a turkey there. I would say so.
I'm going to pummel on Jack for
definitely, a little bit. Before we kill Jack, we should grab those turkeys, because they will disappear by the end of this. I'm going to wait till Jack's a little lower on health, and I'm a little lower on health.
Look out, I'm going to try to toss one of these knives.
Okay, go for it.
I cannot throw it somehow.
I think you got to move forward or something. There's definitely a way.
Oh, okay. Whoa!
Oh, sorry, bud. Yep, friendly fire.
Look at this guy. He's just dropping knives like he's a piñata of danger.
Okay, you take care of him.
This is like what I'd imagine El Chapo's piñata that he has for his child. It's just filled with guns, ammo, and knives. Or like Sons of Anarchy. You just break the piñata, and chains and knives and just implements of destruction fall out of it. It's like, we didn't want our kid to grow up to be a pussy and have candy or food or games like that shit. We want him to be a real man. Put some knives or maybe heroin in there and toughen him up.
Yeah.
Boom! I also love that he's got, boxing gloves, or they look more like those karate sparring gloves.
Yeah, the kind of hey, we're just practicing kind of gloves, which, as a 12-year-old fighting groups of adult men...
Although, to be fair, they're like the thinner, what do you call them, 12-ounce or 10-ounce boxing glove instead of 16. So there's more knuckle there. And I don't know if that's more brutal on the hitting end or more brutal on the punching end.
Yeah. I should mention, if Kevin's voice sounds familiar, you might know him better as Higsby from Hadron Gospel Hour.
It pleases me. It really pleases me.
There it is. Yeah. I didn't want to ask for you to do that, but I was really hoping.
It's my catchphrase. I have to. Legally, I'm obligated to pimp that out. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm a big fan of Higsby because I play him. But really fun show, sci-fi action adventure serial, I believe is all of the descriptors. It's a serialized podcast adventure, so it's kind of like Doctor Who, but a lot of music mixed in there. So I tell people it's like Doctor Who meets Buckaroo Banzai, and I play a talking Higgs boson particle. So I'm like the Great Gazoo to Rich Wentworth, who plays Dr. Oppenheimer, and Mike McQuilkin, who plays I want to call him Podcast's Mike, because it's almost like TV's Mike from MST3K. I'm going to call him Podcast Mike, and who plays an IT guy from Malden, Massachusetts. A little bit based on our hero Mike, and he's a very funny, kind of sarcastic hero of the show. Yeah.
Well, I love that show because I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I am a huge fan of old radio serials.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I had a terrible job in insurance for a while that just bored the crap out of me all the time. So I listened to, like, pretty much every radio serial that ever was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've listened to, like, every episode of The Shadow.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's some great...
even, like, some of the B-list stuff, like the, what was it? They did a Sam Spade thing that was really, really poorly done. Like, it was just Sam Spade was kind of like this...
Wait, was that Sam Spade the old, like, pulp detective comic?
Yeah, like Humphrey Bogart's character, except he was so much nicer. You might want to hang back. You're pretty low on health. I think I can take this guy.
Barbone.
Ooh, that was a good one. I don't know what kind of combo I pulled there.
Barbone, who looks like the forced love child between Ryu and Razor Ramon.
Yeah, I think we decided he's jacked Freddie Mercury.
He's jacked Freddie Mercury! He's like, don't you call me a faggot. I'll show you what's up. Boom!
Oh, he got me good with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Stay safe.
Yeah,
You're almost dead. I got him. He's almost dead. Just die.
He is.
Yeah, there it is. All right.
Yeah, see, that's why you don't make fun of him. Another One Bites the Dust he composed that after kicking the shit out of some homophobic people. I'm guessing in the mean streets of Neo Tokyo, wherever we are.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll show you.
I think we'll pick up stage 2 on the next one. All right.
All right.